So hi guys, today I'm actually going to give my 2 cents on the video of AbaNPreach, male feminists versus anti-feminist women on Jubilee. I usually agree with those brothers quite a lot. I'm going to be like 90%, 92%. But on this, oh my god, they shocked me at some point, I didn't go, crazy like...
We are better than you niggas! Period.
Nope, I didn't go that crazy on them, but a little bit. I was a little shocked. So, I didn't clap and talk because every time you clap and talk, stuff that comes out of your mouth does not make sense. But I don't know why people keep on doing it. They still do it. So let's actually watch part of the video. The video is like super long. I will put the link in the pinned comment down below. Go watch the video, go give it a like, because these brothers, they really work hard, they're really funny, they're really fair most of the time, but sometimes you just don't agree with what they say, and this is what we're going to talk about today. So let's just watch part of the video.
Women have more privileges today than men.
I went back and forth on this one.
If you had to choose, knowing that you supposedly believe that women are more privileged, would you choose to be a woman? I like not having periods. I don't care what nobody says. If I had to pay a monthly phone bill every month in blood, nah, nigga. Blood and cramps, I would hate that shit.
You all hate it. Women, it's a struggle. We like it. I like being a woman. But seriously, when that time comes, you have to smile at your colleagues. You have to pretend that everything is fine. The sense of whatever happens even down there, I mean, you can feel everything. Sorry, I know this sounds really crazy. I know this actually sounds really crazy, but it's just, it's not cute at all. Let me not make this video like nasty. It is not cute at all. It doesn't feel good. It's painful. You still have to go about life like nothing is wrong. It's just annoying. Every time she's late at work, everybody in the building knows that she's on her period. Because even when she gets there, they make sure that one of the bathrooms is always free for her. Because I would say it's a bloodbath, but this would actually be crazy. It's just crazy. Sometimes like the boss even rather just give her like 2 days off, because it's better for her to not be there than for her to be there.
Good. Nah, I get seasonal fucking colds. And I hate that shit. Monthly cramps with mood swings and blood.
Yeah. Feminist movement, now there is more.
The feminist movement has been all about women acting like they don't have rights, and
I don't buy that whatsoever.
We don't have the privilege of safety, but if there's something that happened, I was about to say, if there's something that happens, we're more likely to do something about it, but no.
I'm actually going to answer this question. Women are more privileged than men. It depends where you are. It definitely depends where you are. I think like maybe when you're like in the Western world, yeah, women are sometimes more privileged than men, but again, it depends of your situation, your position in life. But outside that, men are always more privileged than women. I mean, always have the upper hand on women. Something can happen to you. You go to the police and people are going to be like, you know what? Talk to your husband. They know that your husband is doing something crazy to you, but still, your husband is still the most important person. Your father is still the most important person. We know countries that you're not allowed to move if there's not a man. I mean, there's a YouTuber, or there's a YouTube channel. It's called weareocampo. I'll also put the link down below. So this is just roughly a family that this woman and this man, the parents decided to arrange marriage for them. So this man is from Philippines and the woman's from Kenya, and the parents just decided to do an arranged marriage. They had never met, and sort of they met once and they got married, and everything is going well. They have like their 4 kids. They're super happy. They had moved to the Philippines for a moment, and 2 weeks ago, this video actually came out because she was going back to the Philippines to see her family, husband and kids, and she got to Malaysia, and the Malaysia people refused to let her continue her trip to Philippines because her husband was not with her. This is how crazy it is. She left Kenya, which is in Africa. She had a stop in Malaysia to go to Philippines, and when she got there, they're like, well, you don't have a husband with you. She's like, I'm going to see my husband and my kids. And they're like, oh, where's the proof? And she missed her flight. I think she lost 3 tickets over this crazy thing because she didn't get on the plane. This is how crazy the world is today, still. So depending on where you are on the planet, I think it's still a privilege to be a man overall. But, you know, if you live in the US, if you live in Canada, if you live in some countries, yes, definitely, you're lucky to be a woman. Being a man overall is always a good thing. But I'm happy to be a woman, you know. That's what it is. Let's go back to the video. By the way, this woman, I was surprised they didn't even started with the titties, you know, conversation. No, I was like, yeah,
But I don't think we're including trans women into feminism.
And I think we definitely should.
Oh, based woman.
Whoa.
Yes.
Yep, we are going to be called everything. Between people trying to call us cis woman, based woman, I don't care. When somebody actually says stuff like that, I just move along because I'm just a woman. I was born this way. I suffer with my period. I suffer with my pregnancies. I suffer with a lot of things. My mood swings, my hormones. I don't even like. You know, sometimes you actually realize that you're going crazy, but it seems like these hormones are still controlling you. It is incredible. If we could actually explain it to people, to men sometimes, it would be great, because sometimes the men just look at us like we are crazy for a moment. We know we are, and we can't control it, and they can't understand it. It's something just quite nuts. This story about trans people being in our business, I'm absolutely against it. I think if you can take the time to go and change yourself because you're not happy about yourself, nobody's really happy about themselves. Nobody. There's always something that you can find wrong with yourself. You're a bit too fat, you're a bit too skinny, you don't work out enough, you don't have enough money. Everybody has issues. But we don't go and change ourselves and try to force people to accept us the way that we are. This is just crazy. To me, my opinion, I think that, yes, you're allowed to do whatever you want past 18, but trying to just come to bathrooms, women bathrooms, try to just push these things in schools and young people, no, I don't think this is right at all. I don't think that they should just come, Mother's Days have passed and some people are like, oh, I'm a mother, with the deep voice, I'm a mother. I think that this is a bit too pushy today, and I'm really hoping that at some point we're going to have male bathrooms, women bathroom, and trans people. If they want to mix it, they can mix it, but they're going to have their own bathroom, because this is taking a lot of space in 2023. We're not transphobes. However, we want our space, because anybody that says I identify and enter in the bathroom and do something crazy and not be actually reprimanded for it because he has stated that he identifies, I think it's a little pushy. We're going to a place now where at sometimes a perv is going to say, I have a disease, I like it, and they're going to prove that this is right and it's in their chromosome or something, and we're going to accept that they can, do stuff with the kids because they have a disease.
I don't think women are more privileged in our society, because I could get a woman pregnant and I could just run away.
You can just run away. Technically, by that definition, she can run away too.
Not really. You can't really run away before the 9 months have passed. Like you run away, maybe the baby has arrived and now you go and you do something crazy and you throw the baby out, and even that is a crime. But the person can run away from, the day we know that baby's coming. The person can run away. I agree with the guy. Obviously, it is a crime. They can find you and you can pay like child support. But I don't think it's a privilege of running away. I think you don't want the kid, you go home and you pay child support. It's sad, but it's the truth.
Go
goes back to those gender differences. There will be women who will be exceptions to the generalized rule of what it means to be feminine, and those women you will see succeed in extreme leadership. But we should also discuss what the conditions of extreme leadership are. We're talking 80-hour work weeks, subscribing yourself to your career and nothing else.
Outgoing family,
and
children.
Psychologically and biologically, women tend to lean in the direction of not making those choices for themselves, while men are highly competitive, they are highly analytical, systematic, they're willing to put in that time and take extreme measures to gain career status.
I don't completely agree with them. I think that this is something that at some point was true. But I think today, if you actually want to do the 80 hours, you want to work as tough as a man, yes, less women, the part that I agree with, less women are actually willing to do this. Like it or not, at some points, if you want kids, you know you have to take the time off. You have to take the time off. You can actually work until the day before your kids comes, but after that, after the giving birth, you're still going to have to take a couple of weeks off. It is different, but I think that the fact that we have passed that down, or we've been passed that down generation over generation, and always having the man as the breadwinner, as the person that takes the decision in the house, take the decision for countries. Obviously, most presidents around the planet are men. It's a tradition. To me, that's what it is. It's a tradition that very few are willing to just break. We have the almonds, which does not help, because if every month you're going to go crazy in the White House, it won't help. And I think that, yes, overall, a lot of women are not willing to take the risk about it, but I think it's not something we want. It's just something that was passed down to us more. And one thing or not, I think the world is overall more traditional about this.
That's a better argument than, we're emotional. That's a way better argument.
She illustrated the points very, very well.
Yeah.
I think having her on the panel is probably the best decision they made so far.
I agree.
What's the main question?
Do you want your daughter's mind to be formed and shaped by a society that tells her it's okay to be masculine and to be a man, and that she doesn't need a man, and that it's better off for her to be alone and put her career first and not have children?
I think it's more likely than not that she'll probably follow a more conventional path. If my daughter grows up and she wants to dress like a boy, like, great. If she, for whatever reason, is experiencing gender dysphoria, like, we would navigate that together. But that, to me, it doesn't scare me. And I would all the more want to live
That's the part that I was totally against. But let's listen to AbaNPreach first.
in a world
I
that...
feel like that's sad, because
Why,
it's
though?
because my son, I encourage him. I say, you are to be, and I really don't care the backlash. You're supposed to be attracted to women. And
Isn't
I
that
tell
a lot
him,
of pressure?
and I ask him,
What
who
if
are-
he's not?
Because life for transgender individuals, and my son's African American as well, is very freaking hard. I don't know if we can swear. I'm sorry.
You can.
I'm not going to tell you how to parent, because I think that's their child. But I mean, rejecting your child's identity if they carry it over a long period of time probably has negative effects. Like my kid, she said, you have to be attracted to women. What if your kid's gay? No, you're going to be attracted to women. Do you think that's going to make them better?
All right, so this is the part that actually really did shock me in this video. I think the problem, to me, again, it's not a problem for everybody, just give my opinion out here. To me, society today is not like you go to school when you're a kid, you come back home, you have like a landline phone, and when you're on the phone, nobody gets to use the phone, and you see your friend the next day and you talk about things. And the world went really slow and was controlled because we didn't have all the social media thingy going on. I had a lot of different friends, and sometimes when they were telling me stuff, I remember like my best friend the first time, like when we were kids, first person who told me I don't believe in God, and I went like, hey, is that a possibility, or is that a possibility? Because to me, everybody on the planet believed in God. People had different religions, yes, but everybody believed in God. And I was shocked. But I learned that because I was in a certain school with certain people, and that's what it was. Today, somebody will stay at home. Somebody on the other side of the planet will invent identifying to something. All of a sudden, I'm an elephant. And they will give this a name and be like, elephantisms. Let me say that. And somebody like, this is why I know now. I am fat. Let me just identify as this. And all of a sudden, parents have to agree with everything that kids say. Kids go to school today, kindergarten teachers like, what are you? Are you a girl or you a boy? Little boy always spend time with the mom. Little boy is like, I'm a girl. And they start calling your child a she. Start confusing that child. So it's not about like, I think it's about still trying to guide our kids and not be like, oh, your kid likes boys, let's not do anything about it and accept. I don't agree with that at all. Because if your kids get there, and I know it goes to, is your kid born gay or did he become gay or whatever? Shouldn't we do everything for a boy to be a girl, a boy to be a boy, and a girl to be a girl before we actually, let them be or something? Because it is hurtful. What has surprised me about even this video, I mean, to these two gentlemen, this Abba is originally from Ethiopia and preaches about, it's originally from Haiti. And usually, us black folks, we a bit more traditional than other people. Well, black folks and Asian folks and Latino folks. We know how it is, how people look at you and you're gay, why you gay? Straight, why you straight? You bi, why you bi? And I understand, I'm open-minded. And if you're gay, whatever. But do I want my kid to be gay? No. Do I want my kid to be influenced by society to say it's okay to be gay? Because for me, this is actually what is pushing all of the kids and all of younger people to be gay and straight and trans today, because they feel unhappy for a lot of reasons. The world has changed. People are really lonely. Mental illness is like, it's like breathing today, because when somebody's not happy, to just say, oh, it's mental, we don't see it and we try to take irrational decision. And now somebody is like, oh, this person has changed, this person is so happy, let me also go and do this. Because parents are working hard, kids are just watching the internet, finding different things there. And now you come home to find that your kid is like, oh, I'm going to be gay, because sometimes it feels like gay people have it easy. I'm not happy, I've seen this, and I'm going to get there because I am looking for happiness. And all of a sudden your kid is gay, when you have tried everything for your boy to be a boy and your girl to be a girl. I definitely think that there should be an age where we talk to those kids about some things like that. But just saying that, what if your kid is gay? Your kid is gay because your kid knows that he now has the option to be gay. When we were kids, again, I had some friends, African friends, we all knew that, they were a bit too feminine. They had never, it didn't even pass in somebody's head to come out. And still in Africa, like some places, you don't come out. Everybody knows that you're not straight, but you will never actually do that. But they're grown, they don't live in Africa anymore, and they're completely out. Yes, I do agree that if you're happy and you love who you love, it's fine. But I do think that, unfortunately, just showing our kids, 2-year-old, 4-year-old babies, teenagers that are still like completely like crazy in their mind that this is how you get happy because you're from a community. Yeah, I think this is actually pushing it. I didn't like the answer from AbaNPreach because, yeah, you're allowed to be gay, but yeah, we just push that too much on kids today, I feel.
That you're going to put them at risk for self-deletion because they're not attracted to women? You know what I mean? Like, I'm all fine for wanting to enforce your household how you want to enforce it, but you also have to understand your child isn't what you want to mold them into. Your child is still its own individual to some degree. They may be attracted to women, they may be attracted to men. You can't choose that for them.
You can try to direct them, but the society has more power than a mom and a dad today.
You can try to influence them, you can have those conversations, you can take your time with making any decisions. That's your parenting. But you can't choose for your child who they're going to be attracted to, what all these things are going to be the decisions they're going to make. I'm just saying, to me, that seems a very dangerous way to parent somebody, because I know plenty of people who've had to hide their whole lives who they are from their parents, and that didn't turn out well for a lot of them.
Yep.
Or their relationship with their parents.
Yep.
So I would probably disagree with her on that point, even if I understand the reluctance of wanting to embrace your kid's whole like new gender identity just because they feel whimsical about it. Like, I'm fine with parents wanting to be very careful, very prudent, maybe even against it, but This is the way she talking. She's like, I'm gonna choose what my son's gonna be.
And it's
We grown, and we had a choice. For people who were born in the 80s, we had a choice. We had a choice. We were not pressured by social media. But you have to be something, you have to be happy. Most of us all have problem with our minds, but we don't take irrational decision. We don't try to rush. Sometimes we don't even deal with them because we're just sad. And in our mind, it's programmed that, okay, today is a weird day and maybe like I didn't sleep well and tomorrow will be fine. We don't try to overanalyze everything. These kids today, I feel pity for them sometimes. Because not only that, parents are not with them as much. All of us knew, like, you had one TV. You come home, you sit in front of the TV with your mom and your dad. Because yes, people did not divorce as much as they do today. They don't have like baby mamas and baby daddies and this and that. And you spend time with your parents. They know what you're doing. You know what they're doing. You kind of know that sometimes even your dad is cheating on your mama, you know. And everybody knows, but because you spend a lot of time together. Nowadays, they are left by themselves. And I think just putting your input into your kid, it's not a bad thing. Because when you say that people have bad relationship with their parents and everything, that's the truth. It happens. People really self-delete themselves because something is definitely wrong. And something has definitely like shifted from when we were kids. But I don't think like being strict with, like, I'm happy that the fact that some of our parents were like strict with us. I actually watched a video from these people. They were talking about their parents and the way they felt that their parents, that's one of the videos that I didn't agree with. The fact that when you feel like you're grown more than your parents and everything, and you know, this brother lied a little on that video. I'm going to do a review on that video. But I think that the fact that we had our parents so involved that when you wrote something crazy on your wall, they knew, because we didn't have social media. They knew that you're writing some stupid thing, an insult, and on paper and just stucking it on your wall. And they will come like, what is this? And they won't whip your ass. I know you try to avoid that conversation, and I'm coming for you, Preach. But it is what it is. They were there. Even if they didn't sit with you and say, my son, this is that, or my daughter, this is how you have to do, what you have to do, and whatever. They were there. Because the world was not as crazy as it is today. Today you blink and your kid becomes something crazy and you're not allowed to say, and all of a sudden that kid actually believed that there's something that maybe they're not. But you're not even really allowed to interject in that no more. So I don't agree. Sorry guys. Still love you though.
It's hard to debate her because, like he said, she is doing an amalgamation of a lot of things, putting all different things together, and so it's hard to even stick to one thing. So the minute you go onto that thing, she flips onto something else. So just the response that she did about, would you want that for your daughter? Yeah, we want that to remember because I want. Well, that's sad. That, and not go into explaining why it's sad and just like, well, I want that for my kid, so it's sad that you don't want that for your kid. I don't see that that's how the world works. Mm-hmm. If you don't want that, that's you.
I just tell them.
Okay, but to not be their true self, if that's truly how they feel, it feels like that would
No,
be.
they're not their true self.
This like
Thank you.
that's this way.
All the women like, no, dude. no. And it's crazy, you know. And, you know, even without this being this, that's always been a little more lenient with their kids. You know, you go to work, you work hard. So when you come, you don't want to be another stressful parent, another strict parent, not stressful, another strict parent on your kid. But yes, you want your kid to be their true selves, yes. But are we really happy when kids today are taking pills and sort of not being human anymore? Because when they start taking these pills, they cannot reproduce, they can't even be the other gender. This is a tough discussion. I don't know. I think it's sad because obviously the doctors are willing to to make people momentarily happy. And it's things that you cannot actually turn around, and you can't just stop taking the pill and get back to the person you were before the pill. It doesn't work like this. And if you're not allowed to tell that kid, you know, don't take the pill because, you know, if you ever regret, this is going to be, there's no returning from this. If you can't even have this discussion because the person believes that this is their true selves, I don't know. I think it's too much. I think it's a discussion that is going to take years and centuries, years and decades. And I don't even know if you'll find a solution to this, because it is really getting crazy that people are not trying to fix themselves, but they're trying to find other solution to be somebody else in order to be happy. Anyway, I will leave the link to AbaNPreach. I will try to find the link for the Jubilee. I will find the link to this woman here. She's a YouTuber. She was apparently a Democrat and she's now Republican, and I like the way she thinks. Amala, I believe her name is. Be happy. That's important, to be happy. But I think that as people that are over 18 and have seen other things, we can change, but we have to be careful of how we're actually presenting this to the kids, because kids are never going to be grown-ups. You can't have kids be coming out of the womb and be the parents. That's not what it is. Anyway, that's my opinion. Can't wait for part 2. Do I like, what is a man? Well, that's a very good question, because obviously before you were a man or a woman, nowadays you are a zillion thing. You're a zillion thing. And this is actually going to be talked in another video, because this video is like getting super duper long. Go watch the videos, go put comment here, go put comment over there. Share some love, don't hate, because I know some people just go and hate on other people's videos, and you know, we're not about hating, we're about, you know, talking and trying to just finding common grounds here. It's not, let's not be rude, let's not be insulting. Please, 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 to nobody. Have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, you know, because you are still here listening to the video. So, you know, why are you not dropping a like? Why are you not dropping the like? Because we know you're listening. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Faceless here. Ciao, ciao.